Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Webber and some kind of unexpected news to talk about today. It was announced last night, yesterday, that Colin Turkington will not be racing in the BTCC in 2025. So as always, let's get straight into this. Obviously, all of you watching this would have probably seen it by now. Some of us were still kind of hyped as obviously Aaron Taylor-Swift announced his move to Toyota Gazoo Racing. But then, of course, a couple of hours later, I was actually watching the Formula E race yesterday, so I couldn't really make a quick video to talk about it, but it is still pretty fresh in all of our minds. Colin Turkington announced yesterday that he will not be competing in the BTCC in 2025 by the sounds of it, is probably a retirement. It's not been branded as that. Colin has not said that he is 100% stepping away from BTCC. It seems like that he has left the option to return at some point, but with the way he worded it and the way he spoke about his career in his press release, it does seem unlikely that 2024 was the last of Colin Turkington in the British Touring Car Championship, at least as a driver. And I mean, honestly, I'm shocked. I know, this has been sort of rumoured even over the past couple of seasons now that Colin was, contemplating a potential retirement or a step away from racing. I actually predicted this in my 2024 season predictions last year. I actually predicted that 2024 was going to be Colin's last. But then during last season, throughout 2024, and how great of a season Colin had, despite of course not being in the championship fight, there was a part of me that thought, actually no, maybe Colin can still go on, maybe he can still race. And I did actually predict Colin to return in my 2025 lineup predictions. I did predict Colin to come back to BTCC in 2025, but now, couple of weeks after that, a couple of months after that, and he's announced he's not going to be racing. And honestly, my first thought was sadness, to be honest. I was very upset by this news. A lot of people will know I'm not actually a Colin Turkington fan. It's not the fact that I dislike him. Obviously, people should know I'm a big Honda fan, so naturally, for the majority of Colin's career, I have been cheering against him, but there also have been some moments where I've been cheering for him because, as I said in a social media post that I put in my YouTube community post, and also on Twitter and on Facebook, Colin is one of, if not the greatest touring car driver of all time. Obviously, statistically, 569 starts, 72 wins, 31 poles, 75 fastest laps, and of course 4 BTCC championships, which he achieved in 2014, 2018, 2019, and 2009. I forgot the first one. An unbelievable career. Statistically, the best driver in terms of championships, equal with Andy Rouse and Ash Sutton. Statistically, the second best driver in terms of race wins, obviously only behind Jason Plato, who has 97. Statistically, he is one of the best in terms of ability, in confidence, in racecraft, in raw qualifying pace as well. Colin is one of the greatest drivers to ever grace the BTCC, and it is going to be a huge shame. I personally am going to miss him because, there have been some people out there who have branded Colin as a boring driver and a boring character. I'm gonna come from this, having, of course, I've seen him race ever since he came back to the BTCC in 2013, and coming from someone who's actually met him. I've met Colin a couple of times over the past couple of years. I remember meeting him in 2016 at Snetterton, and I also remember meeting him at Brands Hatch in 2019 at the DTM event, because he was there doing passenger laps with BMW. He took 5 minutes of his time to sign autographs and have a picture with me. I can't find any pictures. It's somewhere. I'll try and find a picture with me and Colin. But yeah, in the 5 minutes or less than that I had to talk with him, he was such a nice guy. Took time to speak to me and my family, and Yeah, so I've met many drivers over the years, trackside, whether that be BTCC drivers or support package drivers. When it comes to BTCC drivers, Colin is one of the nicest people I've ever met. And yeah, again, when it comes to on-track ability, one of the best of all time. I'm going to keep saying this, you know, of course, the statistics will be there. He will statistically be one of the greatest, but I do think as well, when it does come to raw speed, racecraft, confidence as well, behind the wheel, Colin Turkington is one of the greatest of all time, and truly, we are going to miss him. The one of the last of the old guard. It's coming to an end of an era in BTCC. Only Tom Chilton and Rob Huff remain as the BTCC old guard now in BTCC. Obviously, assuming Rob Huff does come back for 2025, and I do believe he will. So yeah, only Chilton and Rob Huff remain as the old guard. It's truly is. It's a new era, definitely, of BTCC. Of course, we have the current faces of BTCC: Jake Hill, Ash Sutton, Tom Ingram as the modern day faces, also including the likes of Josh Cook and Dan Camish. But then, of course, we have got the future. We have got Daryl DeLeon. We've got Max Hall, Dexter Patterson. You know, there are some rumours of some young drivers coming back to BTCC this year as well. So yeah, as much as we're sad the past is leaving us, the future is very bright, and I truly can't wait to see what the next 10 years will hold for some of the current names in BTCC. So yeah, on a personal note, Colin, I highly doubt you're watching this, but Colin, thank you for beating my favourite drivers, but also losing to my favourite drivers over the many years I've been watching BTCC. And Colin, we will truly miss you. On behalf of the BTCC fandom, we are going to miss you. But of course, we wish you luck in whatever you choose to do next. So yeah, but now it's time for some speculation time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to speculate who will be taking that fourth and final seat at Team BMW. What is likely to be the LKQ Euro Car Parts banner alongside Aidan Moffat. Of course, as we know, 3 of the 4 drivers have been confirmed. Obviously, reigning champion Jake Hill will be back in his Laser Tools liveried BMW with MB Motorsport. Daryl DeLeon will make the move to BMW, what I believe will probably be some type of Team BMW colours, unless he brings his Duckham's livery with him. Possibly. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And obviously, Aidan Moffat will be joining BMW as well in his LKQ Euro Car Parts livery, which I think is going to look pretty good. But it is that 4th and final seat. Obviously, Bobby Thompson is a man who has been thrown about, especially since Turkington's announcement. He is looking likely he's going to be... he's looking like the first name to fill that seat, but there have been a couple of names over the past 12 hours or so of who is going to fill that seat. Ricky Collard has been a name recently pulled out of the hat, something that does make sense. Obviously, his dad raced with WSR and BMW for many years, and obviously Ricky did actually debut in the BTCC with WSR and BMW back in 2018. Of course, now the reigning British GT champion is Ricky Collard, obviously winning that championship with his dad Rob last year with Barwell. There we go, it came back to me. So yeah, I would very much love to see Ricky back in BTCC. He has unfinished business. He needs to get that maiden win. I would very much love to see Ricky Collard back in BTCC. And another name that has been thrown about is an unknown. Autosport have reported that potentially that 4th BMW seat could be filled by someone from the support package of BTCC. Now, this again, there's no surprise. We see multiple names from the TOCA support package moving up to BTCC almost every single year. Obviously, Max Hall making his debut moves up from the Mini Challenge as just a recent example. But my personal prediction for this name that Autosport have speculated, I think George Gamble is in the running for that BMW seat. It doesn't surprise me. The reigning, defending Porsche Carrera Cup champion. I won't be surprised to see George Gamble back in BTCC. I think he should have gone to BMW in 2024, but I do believe it was his choice to move back to the Carrera Cup, and obviously it seems to have reinvigorated his career a little bit. It seems like he needed a sort of a career reset, so moving back to the Porsche Carrera Cup definitely made sense for him, and obviously it worked out, winning the championship on the final race of the season on finals day. So yeah, I would very much love to see George Gamble back, because there is definitely some untapped potential in touring cars for George Gamble. So being realistic, it seems that there are three main protagonists for that BMW, that being Bobby Thompson, Ricky Collard and George Gamble. If it was up to me, I would pick Bobby Thompson, and I unfortunately don't think it's going to be Bobby Thompson. I do think it will be George Gamble filling that fourth and final seat at BMW with the LKQ Eurocar parts banner alongside Aidan Moffat, Daryl DeLeon and Jake Hill. But that is just my prediction, ladies and gentlemen, so you can let me know your predictions in the comments below. Who do you think will replace Colin Turkington at Team BMW? Can't really call it a replacement, because it definitely isn't, because you cannot replace the legend that is Colin Turkington. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Who do you think will fill that seat at Team BMW? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you are new around here, be sure to like this video, share with your mates as well, because it of course does help my channel grow, and of course press that subscribe button, because we are firmly on the road to 400 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much, Colin Turkington, for the memories. As I keep saying, on behalf of the BTCC fandom, we will miss you all. Thank you very much, Colin Turkington, 4-time BTCC champion, one of the greatest of all time. Goodbye.